Aqara, one of my favorite smart home brands. And man, have they been on a roll in the last few years, just firing off new products left and right. And those new products have been awesome. And it just really tells me that Aqara listens to us, and I love that. But with that being said, it really raises my expectations when they come out with new devices. And today we're talking about two of their new devices, the Aqara G410 Doorbell and the Aqara G100 Outdoor camera. Do they live up to my expectations? Let's find out. What is up, everybody? George Langevere here. And man, oh man, is it great to be back making normal content after a little bit of an absence. Let's get on with it. Today we're talking about two new devices from Aqara, the G410 Video Doorbell, the G100 Outdoor camera. I'm going to tell you everything you'd want to know about both. I'm going to unbox them. I'm going to talk about setup and install, price and specs. I'm going to talk about the Aqara app, using them in the Apple Home app. I'm going to give you my full review, pros and cons. I want to thank Aqara for sending me these cameras just to try out, no strings attached. This is not a sponsored video, but sponsored or not, I hope you know by now, I'm always going to tell you like it is. Let's get on with the unboxing. All right, starting with the Aqara G410 Doorbell. First up, we got the doorbell itself. Don't forget to take that plastic off the lens. Got this new little doorbell indicator that lights up this time, which is awesome. Got your adhesive, in case you don't want to screw the doorbell onto the wall. You can use the adhesive instead. Got a quick start guide and your documentation. In this box you have your batteries, you have the chime. Now in this case the chimes is pretty much the brains of the operation. You want to make sure you don't have that too far from the doorbell. But you've got your Aqara code and your HomeKit code on the chime. Got a USB-A to USB-C cable. That's to plug in the chime. You've got your 6 AA batteries. You've got 2 screws for mounting, 2 more screws for mounting. This is your wedge if you want to use it. It's got adhesive, or you can screw it on, either one. Screwdriver, because there's a little Phillips screw on the side of that doorbell that secures it so you can't just steal it. There we go. Here we've got a comparison of the G4 and the G410. They look very similar. It's just the new model is a little different shade, and also you've got the illuminated bell on the doorbell. You can see size-wise, they're very similar. You got the G4 on the left, G410 on the right. Moving on to the G100. We've got a USB-C to USB-C to power the camera. We've got the camera itself. Pull off the plastic. And this mount kind of expands. And that's where you plug in your USB-C cable. 1 mounting screw. This camera is incredibly easy to mount. And that's it. All right, now that we've unboxed, let's talk about setup and installation. Setup is simple. I recommend getting these into the Aqara app first, because in my case, I also have them in the Apple Home app, because both of these cameras are compatible with Apple Home and Apple's HomeKit Secure Video. But I did start with the Aqara app, that way you get the proper firmware updates and all that good stuff. Setup is very simple in the Aqara app. It even walks you through it step by step with pictures. You just hit add a device, it's got each device listed there, select the right one, and you're off. Very, very easy. You can have the device set up in under 5 minutes. Keep in mind, the Aqara Video Doorbell also has an indoor chime, so you can put that chime inside your house somewhere, and then you're going to have the doorbell outside. So as far as that installation goes, keep in mind you've got those 2 devices. Now, with the Video Doorbell, you can either go wired with your existing doorbell wiring, or you can use 6 AA batteries and battery power. Or you can do both and have it wired and the battery as a backup. If you're going battery, you can pretty much put it anywhere you want as long as you have a strong connection. Keep that connection in mind. As far as wired, you're going to have to put it wherever your doorbell wiring is. Now, just like the Aqara G4, the G410 is a little wide as far as video doorbells go, so just keeping that in mind so you have enough clearance to put it wherever your doorbell wiring is. If it doesn't fit, you might have to go with a different option. The G100, you can go indoors or outdoors with this camera. I am currently using it indoors. I've tried it outdoors. Both ways is great. It's a very small camera, very portable camera. You can really put this sucker anywhere. But when you're outdoors, just keep in mind it does need power. So you're gonna have to power that camera. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, it's just a couple screws and you're done. And that's the same thing with that video doorbell. You're gonna have 2 screws. You can use the wedge that Aqara includes if you want to, or you can just go straight out. But it's very simple. Then you secure the doorbell in there and you're good. All right, now let's talk price and specs. And let's start with the G410 Video Doorbell. The normal price is $139.99. At the time of this recording, it's on sale for $129.99. Check in the description of this video for any affiliate links if you're interested in purchasing. We've got 2K resolution with 175 degrees field of view, 2-way audio, and dual band Wi-Fi. We've got Thread and Zigbee connectivity. This doorbell can be a Matter controller and a Zigbee hub. It supports Apple Home and Apple's HomeKit Secure Video. It's also compatible with Lady A from Amazon, Google Home, and SmartThings, and it also has rtsp support for Home Assistant and things like that. Like I said before, you can do wireless or wired installation. If you go wireless, it's with 6 AA alkaline batteries. And Aqara says you have up to 4 months battery life. I'm not quite there yet, so I can't tell you exactly, but I can tell you I'm going strong, and I have had it for a couple months. It has millimeter wave presence detection, and it also has local facial recognition. You've got tamper alerts if somebody tries to steal your doorbell. You've got a couple different storage options. You can go with All-Time Guardian, which is Aqara's cloud service. That's end-to-end encrypted cloud storage, or you can go with local storage. That local storage is using up to a 512 gig micro SD card. You can also sync your footage to a NAS. Operating temp for the camera is 0 to 122 degrees Fahrenheit. And for the chime, it's 32 degrees up to 104 degrees, and that's Fahrenheit. Let's move on to the G100 Outdoor camera. That camera is $34.99, so an excellent price point for an outdoor camera. You can buy it in colors black or white. You've got 2K resolution and 140 degrees field of view. You've got 2 night vision modes. You got black and white IR, or you've got spotlight color night vision. It's got an IP65 weather rating, and that operating temp is rated 14 degrees to 104 degrees Fahrenheit. You've got 2-way audio, you've got local or cloud storage, and that's either Aqara's Home Guardian cloud plan or using a micro SD card up to 512 gigs for the local storage. And again, you can also sync this with a NAS. This camera also is compatible with Apple Home, and once again, it's compatible with Lady A from Amazon, Google Home, SmartThings, and it also has rtsp for Home Assistant or Blue Iris, things like that. It has motion and person detection, which is locally on the device. So even if you have an internet outage, it's still going to have that detection, which is very cool. And then if you add Aqara's Home Guardian plan, you have even more powerful analytics. You've got facial recognition, you got package detection, vehicle detection, and pet detection. You can do privacy masking. So if you don't want a certain part of your yard recorded, let's say for neighbors' privacy or something like that. It's got 4 different voice changing options. So when you talk through the camera, if you don't want to sound like you can sound like 4 different types of voices. And then also with Aqara's Home Guardian, you can integrate your events with other different Aqara devices, like let's say your sensors, like your Aqara security system, things like that. This camera has an anti-theft lock because it is very small, and I suppose it could be very easy for a thief to steal it. But if they do, they would not be able to remove your account from the device, so that means they wouldn't be able to use it. They wouldn't be able to add a new account to it, so they'd be stealing it for no reason, basically. And the G100 is compatible with your 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. All right, now let's talk about using these cameras with the Aqara app. So here you go, here's my list of Aqara devices. Let's click on the doorbell. There you go, you've got the live image. Down below, you can take a still picture, you can start recording a clip. You can call through the camera, so basically your 2-way audio, and you can pause the image. You've got your integrated events, which will correlate with your other Aqara devices, which is awesome. You've got bound devices. You've got your albums, so if you take the videos or the clips, that's where they're at. You've got your facial detection, home live view, and history event video. Down below, you've got live, playback, search, and your AI tab. There, you've got AI video search, which is in the lab, which is like beta, and AI video one-liner. So I'm not going to cover that right now, being in the lab status. And down below, those icons are pretty self-explanatory, but let's go to playback. And in playback, I got two different options. I got the Home Guardian option, and then I've got the SD card option. You can see those on the right. But there you've got your scrub, and you can scroll. You can change your date over here on the left. You can see your little dots indicating you had footage that day. You can take a still picture. You can record a clip. So you've got all the same options you do live, but in recording. You can go full screen. You can turn the audio on and off. So that's playback. All right, let's dive into the settings of the camera. So you've got the three dots on the top right. You've got your device card, which is the name of the camera, which room it is, that kind of thing. Device settings. You've got your doorbell signal, doorbell settings, working mode, basically your power mode, either battery or wired. You can turn off the indicator light on the camera, got your language, device volume, power frequency. You've got a high temperature alarm, low temperature alarm. You've got your ringtone settings. You got your video settings. You can turn off the timestamp. You've got your infrared night vision mode. You've got auto or always on. You can do a privacy mask. You can disable your audio recording. Here you've got your detection settings. At the top you can scroll. You've got face, linger, doorbell ringing, tamper. You can turn on and off your face detection. Again, I'm using the Home Guardian plan, so I've got the most robust detection you can get. You can toggle off your notifications. You got your cloud recording, detection period, detection frequency, face detection sensitivity, and then each type of detection has their own unique settings. Here's where you can connect it to your integrated events from other devices, like I said. Face management, you can see the faces I've registered so far. Link device control, rtsp LAN preview, security settings, that's your password information, accidental removal protection, device offline notification. Going back, you can toggle on and off your anti-theft lock. You've got your cloud storage. Again, this is that Home Guardian. So here you go. You can see the features of Home Guardian compared to the local storage. The Home Guardian has more features. Quite a few, you can see. And there's your prices. You can go $9.99 monthly or $99.99 yearly. I know it's another monthly fee, but I'm telling you right now, it's so worth it with all the features Aqara packs into it. And then I could go on and on about the Aqara app and all these other features, but those are the basics. Let's move on to using the doorbell with Apple Home. So if I go to my Apple Home, there's my doorbell. And this is just like any other HomeKit Secure Video. You've got your scroll at the bottom. You can change your date. You go to settings. You've got your usual settings. It shows you your battery level, whether it's charging. I've got mine plugged in currently. What room it is in, the accessories, just like any other HomeKit Secure Video. You got your status and notifications. You've got your recording options, your HomeKit Secure Video specific facial recognition, which uses Apple Photos. But again, just like any other camera in Apple Home. And I'm not going to deep dive into the G100 because it's so similar, minus some of the doorbell features, but pretty much everything's the same in there, both Aqara and Apple Home. So that's using the cameras with the Aqara app and the Apple Home app. All right, now before we move on to my pros and cons, let's just talk about a topic that's usually my number one con, and that's two-way audio. Now, with the outdoor camera, that's important, but it's even more important on the video doorbell because you're talking through this camera. It's also important how well you can hear through it. Now, on both of these, I could hear through the camera very well. And then that G100, as small as it is, it's got a pretty good microphone. But what about speaker, talking through the camera? I'm going to give you a demonstration of both. I'm going to do the doorbell first, and then I'm going to do the G100.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing, testing, testing. How's the clarity? Testing. Let's switch to the anonymous voice. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the anonymous voice. Testing, testing, testing. Switching to the robot voice. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. How's the clarity? Can you hear me? Would you ever use this? I don't know. Testing, testing, testing. Switching to the clown voice. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me? Testing, testing, testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Testing.
3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me? Clown. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear me? Test.
All right, so on both of those, you can hear through the camera pretty well. Now the G100, you're not going to hear it clear across the yard, but if you're up close enough, it's very clear. It wasn't very delayed. I could understand what I was saying very well, so that's great. And on the doorbell, same thing. I could hear the person outside very well. They could hear me very well. There wasn't a huge delay. You know, it kind of screws up a little bit if you're too close to the doorbell with your phone because you get a little feedback. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, I gotta say, as far as cameras go and doorbells go, both of these are pretty decent on the two-way audio. So it's always the elephant in the room with me. I just wanted to cover it before we get into the other pros and cons. All right, now let's talk my review. Pros and cons. What do I think about both of these cameras? Let's start with the Aqara G410 Video Doorbell. It's great that we've got 2K resolution. That's pretty much what you want in a video doorbell at this point. I wish we'd move on to 4K, but it is what it is. Just like everything else Aqara, the smart home compatibility is off the charts. Apple HomeKit Secure Video, Lady A, Google Home, SmartThings, rtsp, Home Assistant, just everything you can think of. That is awesome. It's great that you got the power flexibility, either using the batteries or wiring the doorbell. The price, it's very affordable for what it is. All these features packed in to one doorbell for this price, that's a definite pro. It's fantastic that we've got Thread and Zigbee and it's a Matter controller. I mean, this doorbell, just like everything else Aqara nowadays, just has everything. The features with the Home Guardian plan are a pro, kind of a con that you have to pay for it, but man, I do think it's worth it. I have it and I really love it. I would say this is my favorite video doorbell to date of all the ones I've tested, and that's a lot. I mean, there's so few options when it comes to Apple HomeKit Secure Video. It's just great to have another one in the mix, especially one with all these features in the Aqara app. And then with Aqara, it's great that you can use both. You're not limited on features in the Aqara app like some other brands where they limit you if you're using Apple HomeKit Secure Video. You've got the best of both worlds here. My only complaint is the size, but otherwise, it's the perfect doorbell for me. The connectivity is great. I never have any interruptions. It's just a flawless experience. Moving on to the G100 Outdoor camera. It is fantastic to have another outdoor option from Aqara. Man, when the G5 camera came out from Aqara, we had been waiting for so long for them to get in the outdoor camera market. And here we are with another one. It's a smaller option, just basically completely different from the G5. So it's just cool to have two ends of the spectrum. Got a pretty decent sized camera and then a really tiny one with a little more flexibility as to where you can put it. So that's great. It's a pro that you got two night vision modes. You got the Spotlight Color Night Vision or the Black and White IR. It's always great to have multiple storage options, whether you're paying for the cloud or you've got the free storage on a micro SD card. It's always cool to have options, especially when one of them is free. And once again, just like the doorbell, the smart home compatibility is off the charts. And that is a pro. I mean, Aqara, man, thank you. Thank you. Again, we've got rtsp support, so you can use it with Blue Iris or Home Assistant. And this camera is very compact, so it really opens up where you can put it because it'll pretty much fit anywhere as long as you can figure out how to power it. Cons. They call this an outdoor camera and the weather rating supports it, but it's a little flimsy for my taste. You know, I'm used to hardcore professional grade cameras like my favorites from Alibi, where you could take a bat to them and it would break the bat. You take a bat to this camera and it's toast. In fact, it's so small you can just grab it in your hands and crush it. And so if the right vandal got to it or if it was in the right location where somebody could reach it, that could be a problem, and that's a con. And I do wish this camera was 4K. Now that Aqara is getting in the outdoor market, come on, give us a 4K option. That's all we ask for. All right, that's it. That's the Aqara G410 Video Doorbell and the Aqara G100 Outdoor camera, which I'm also using indoors, so it's great for both. What do you think? Are you as excited about Aqara's future as I am? They have so much stuff coming out that it's just crazy, and I'm just anxiously awaiting. I'm foaming at the mouth. I was at CES this year with all my fellow creators, and we were just all excited about Aqara. I think most of us were excited about Aqara the most just because they're just listening to us. And when we think about it, what we want, it just seems like all of a sudden they come out with it. And that's so cool. These cameras are no different. Like I said, probably my favorite video doorbell. Not probably, it is my favorite video doorbell. It's great to have another outdoor camera with the G100. I mean, Aqara is just ticking the boxes, and it just keeps coming and coming and coming. But I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you think about Aqara. What's your favorite video doorbell? What's your favorite outdoor camera? Please let me know. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support, especially through my absence. It is so nice to be back. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next video, peace and love, my friends.